Yo, what's going on everybody? It's Axel, and recently I decided that I wanted to max rank every mod that I actually use, and it turns out that was the worst idea I could have ever thought of. Let me tell you why. I first looked at how much endo is required to max rank a primed mod, and I was like, oh crap, I got 7 of these. At this point, I haven't even looked at how many rare or uncommon mods I need to max and decided to calculate how much endo I needed. And then I got this number. So it looks like I'm going to be farming for 13 hours straight. So I did it. I farmed the 300,000+ endo and it took too long. So goddamn long. But it was worth it. Not only because now I can max rank all my mods, but I also use that time to test out different methods so that I can answer your only question. What is the best way to farm endo? And it is... Psych, you really think... Oh wait, I actually forgot. You really think that I'm just going to tell you straight up? I spent hours farming for this answer and we still have like 5 minutes left in the... It's arbitrations. And Grindhard's loot cave, but I'll explain later in the video. First up, disclaimers. All the results you are going to see were 1 hour runs and done solo. So if you are in a squad, you might be able to complete certain methods quicker. Also, I did not test the arena because the few runs I did of each difficulty didn't yield enough endo for the time it took to complete the mission. Now with that out of the way, let's get into the results. First up, the tier 5 Necrolist bounty, or what I like to refer to it as
Grindhard's Loot Cave.
So for
Grindhard's Loot Cave,
all you need to do is go to the mother inside the Necrolist, select the tier 5 bounty, go out into the Cambion Drift, complete stage 1, then go back to the Necrolist and repeat from the start. Now as you can see, I did manage to get a few runs under the 2-minute mark and even a couple sub 1.5-minute runs, but after you take into account the few 4-minute runs due to the excavation stages, the average time I got was just under 3 minutes, and I managed to do 20 runs in the hour. Using this method, I managed to make 12,600 endo, which includes selling the 6 amber stars for endo. Next up is arbitrations. For all the people that do not know what arbitrations are, here's a quick rundown. Arbitrations are a special alert featuring elite versions of endless missions. You need to complete all nodes on the star chart to get access to arbitrations. A rank 30 Warframe is required to play arbitrations. Once you lose all your health, you die instantly and you cannot revive yourself. Here is a list of changes for each endless mission type. Players are given a 300% ability strength bonus and a 300% damage bonus to a random Warframe and weapon for each alert. Lastly, arbitration rewards are on an AA, BB, CC rotation, and after the first 4 rotations, it will continue on rotation C endlessly, apart from disruption missions, which the rewards tier is determined by the standard disruption reward system. Now, the best arbitration to do depends on how long your run is going to be. For solo players, if you are going to farm for an hour or less, then disruption is the way to go, as I managed to complete 15 rounds in 1 hour using Wukong with this build. Disruption uses the standard reward system, so I only got 2 rotation B rewards and the rest were all rotation C rewards. Because of this, I managed to make 14,755 endo in the hour. Oh, and here's the reward list if you wanted to know. If you were wanting to go for more than an hour, then I would do interceptions, as I also managed to complete 15 rounds in 1 hour, but this mission is a whole lot easier compared to disruption, and enemy levels do not really increase the difficulty unlike in disruption. You technically do not have to kill any enemies at all, you just have to CC them. Saren's 4th ability mixed with Void Dash and Magnus Lockdown means that the enemies will never be able to retake a capture point if you are there, because they won't be able to move. The reason for this is because when you cast Saren's 4th ability, it will stun all enemies in range for a couple of seconds. In this time, you can void dash around the enemies to tether them with Magnus Lockdown. This is the Saren build that I used, and in 1 hour I only made 9,725 endo, but this is mainly because I kept getting Vitus Essence as a reward, which again I will come back to later in the video. Now if you're in a squad, I would recommend the same mission types but for different reasons. If you want an easy method that is still efficient, then Interception is the way to go. But if you want the big endo gains in as little time as possible and your squad is willing to work a little bit harder for it, then Disruption is the clear winner. Whoa, hold it there just for a second. According to your data, you got over 20,000 endo from the Arbitration Survival. Why isn't that the best option? Well, that is a clear example of luck and good RNG. If I was to base the best method on the amount of endo I received when I did the runs, then the rankings would look more like this. But if we were to use the expected values which were calculated using these formulas, then the rankings would look more like this. As you can see, for both the expected and actual results, arbitrations are better, excluding my interception run and defense for both. But arbitrations are only better assuming that you can fill the sculptures with the necessary stars. That's where the Necrolist bounty comes in handy, because according to the drop table, you have an equal chance of getting an IO10 Amber Star as you do for 1,000 endo. So if there's an arbitration that you don't like, you can then do the Necrolist bounty to farm IO10 Amber Stars while farming endo at the same time. You can also use the Vitus Essence you get in the arbitrations to buy an IO10 Sculpture, which is worth 2,600 endo. But it does cost 50 Vitus Essence and you need to install 1 Amber Star and 2 Science Stars in the sculpture. So in my opinion, it is not worth it, but the option is there. That is all for this Warframe video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And as always, thank you for watching. Huh. Well, that's rare.